You put out a post, and it was a picture of you in the sky over the highway, and you were, you're open for business. Bookers, let's get shows going, and it looked like a memorial. I thought you were dead. I know Lavetti thought the same thing.
Oh man,
I saw it.
still,
I was like, I just booked this guy, and he's dead.
oh,
And I was gonna have to do a memorial show. Like I was rolling it all through my head.
oh
What's up with
man.
that? Welcome back. It's a brand new episode. This is Laugh With Me, a podcast with Jeremy Odom. I'm your host, J.O. And real quick, I just want to say thank you to the thousands and thousands of listeners of Laugh With Me now. You've got us in places all over the world that, frankly, I didn't know would be funny in your homeland, but apparently you're finding us and enjoying it in the masses. I couldn't appreciate it anymore. Thank you so much for checking us out wherever you're at. We've had much success in Hungary lately, success in Germany. Crazy. We're just a little old podcast in Omaha, Nebraska. I do appreciate you checking us out. Man, I was told this story. It's blown my mind. Didn't know this was a thing. I mean, you do see the stories, every year. I don't even remember what time of year it is, if it's in spring or if it's sometime in the fall. There's a place where, every year they get covered in like silk. It's like off the water and they're just covered in silk, and it's from spiders like come flying in and just laying webs all over the place, and the spiders are just taking over. No clue where it's at. I know it's not here, but it's a thing, right? You always see the pictures. You see it on Facebook. People are like, oh, it's that time, and everybody's like, oh, nope, never going to live there. Like, this turns out spiders are doing this shit everywhere, okay? They are flying around doing something called ballooning, and they're hopping a ride on a current in the atmosphere, and these spiders, they're just flying through the air into the atmosphere. This is a true thing. Let me read this to you. Ballooning, sometimes called kiting, is a process by which spiders and some other small invertebrates move through the air by releasing one or more gossamer threads to catch the wind, causing them to become airborne at the mercy of air currents and electric fields. They are flying through the air, traveling, ballooning in the atmosphere. These little spiders. It blew my mind. First thing that I thought of was, no, I don't want anything to do with traveling spiders. The spiders just being able to be mobile, within a few feet around my house, in my house, is enough for me. I don't want anything to do with it. Shut it down, right? Then I thought, no way in hell I've lived this long, 40 years, lived this long, and not known that spiders travel like that. I don't believe that it's true. I'm now a firm believer that the spiders are flying through the air, but it's all by accident. I mean, those bastards are so light. And you guys know how that wind has been, especially here in Omaha lately. Holy cow. The wind is faster than the speed limit. And that's no joke. It's faster than 45. These spiders, they're getting caught up in the wind, and they're just going, no different than if, you lose your balance and you just start stumbling. I guarantee these little spiders, they're so light, they get caught up in a gust, and they're just like, whoa! And they're gone. And I know they're not going, whoa. You don't hear the spiders talk, but I don't believe that this is a thing that the spiders are just like, all right, we're heading out for travel. I believe that the spiders are getting caught in the wind, and they're just gone. There's really no other way, unless you can produce a spider that can have a conversation with me. I'm not going to believe any other way. But then I was thinking, spiders have family too. Mama spiders got a good, I don't know, 1, 2, 300 kids, and those little babies, they get caught up in the wind. They don't know to, really tie themselves down, during the big windstorms, and they get flown off. And mom's like, where'd 245 go? And then you make a web, and they have to make like a picture of that spider and write missing into the web, on top so people could take a look. But they're gone. That spider's gone. It's up in the atmosphere. Yeah. That baby's gone. It's scary that spiders can do these things. Frankly, I'm not a big spider guy. You know what? Since we're here, I got nowhere else to go. I'm going to tell you why I don't like spiders. This was when I was a kid. I was, how old was I? Probably 12, maybe a little older. Probably 12. Let's go with 12. I was visiting my cousin one summer, so for like a week in Kansas, and he lived on a farm, sheep farm to be exact. And I, as any San Diego Padre fan would be, wearing my cap everywhere I go. Go Padres. And as one would as a kid, you lose your hat sometimes, and you don't think anything of it. I'm a city kid. I left my hat outside overnight, and I went to go grab it the next day. And my aunt, shout out Aunt Debbie, she goes, "You're going to want to kick the hat just in case something's inside of it." I'm like, okay. I'm just a kid. So I go out there and I kick the hat over, and sure enough, this gigantic looking ground spider, tarantula looking ass thing with all its babies come just piling out of my hat. That's the fastest I've ever ran in my life, when I ran screaming and crying into that house. Oh, I don't know if I did, but it would not shock me if that's the first time I used a curse word. Like, I 100% believe that could have been it right there. But my aunt did. She cleared the hat and then washed it, and I still would eventually get over it to the point that I could wear the hat again. But I'm still here with 30-some years later, and I am not a fan of those little bastards. But so, with that in mind, if these spiders are flying through the sky, through the atmosphere, I mean, that's just a whole other level of scared that I'm not getting involved in. But a little story for your Wednesday. Oh, we got a great show for you. George Zilla, the monster of comedy, is our special guest. He's awesome. Like, this was the first one-on-one real conversation him and I have ever had. But we know each other. And we've had some back and forths online, but first time we've ever really had a conversation. And now I can't wait to talk to him again. You're going to be able to see him doing stand-up comedy May 10th in Kansas City, Missouri, and also May 25th in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm going to tell you, this guy, he becomes Zilla when he grabs that microphone. You know Popeye, when he eats that spinach and then his arms flare up and he's ready to go? That's Zilla when he grabs the mic. He becomes Zilla, the monster of comedy. He's our guest. Welcome to Laugh With Me.
Man, first of all, I want to thank you. I appreciate you having me on your platform, man. I'm always a person that appreciate, always being on somebody's platform and people taking time out to get a chance to learn me and my story. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's dig into it, man. You and I haven't actually spoken one-on-one before, but I know we've had some back and forth here and there. But tell me back from the beginning, what's your comedy backstory, so to speak?
Man, all right. So, man, I want y'all to buckle up, man, for real, because about to take on a ride. So, originally, man, comedy was not. I was always a funny dude, man, but I in high school I ended up becoming more of a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the '90s, got caught up in the wrong, got caught up with the wrong people type Can we cuss on here, man?
What's that?
Do I need to watch my language? Like
Oh
my
no,
profanity?
you can cuss. You can say anything.
Fuck yeah! No, I'm just now I can talk like me and shit. All right, let's get
Yeah,
down.
you be
So
you. I want the audience to know who you are.
that's what's up, man. So yeah, how I got started, man. Actually, man, like I said in high school, man, I was kind of I got caught up in the gang shit, and then I thought I was a playboy too at the same time. So I thought I was super pimp lover boy. You know what I'm saying?
So
And
you
I'm a
were
big motherfucker, man. I'm a big dude, man. I'm like 6'4", man. Like I'm 6'4", over 300-pound dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
oh
big
yeah.
dude and shit. You
So you
know what I'm
weren't
saying?
you weren't a jokester at all. You weren't the funny guy. You were serious.
Yeah, I was actually, man. You know what? Most people knew me as a teddy bear because when I wasn't trying to be hard out here in the streets, I ain't nothing but a motherfucking teddy bear in the sheets. You know what I'm saying? But I am really I get a bad rap, man. But we'll get into that one once I dig down into it. But
Absolutely.
honestly, how I got started, man, was a friend of mine. I was 25 years old. I just turned 25. A friend of mine wanted me to host a car show here in Omaha, and he just wanted me to MC it. You know what I'm saying? Cause he, dude, I went to high school with my guy Samori. Shout out to my guy Samori Coles up in Philly now. He's up in Philly. He wanted me to, MC a car show, and man, I grabbed the microphone, man, and put my little spin on it, and I was like, damn, I love this shit. Just having the microphone, like controlling the audience, man. Like speaking to the people, man. It just felt natural. When I was coming up in school, I was always like in little plays and shit. You know what I'm saying? I always got picked out, or when I was in church, I always was picked out to play the main parts in plays and shit. Though I'm not no actor, but I just always stood out. And I was always tall. Of course, I'm standing out because of my height, but I also stood out personality wise. So how I became a comedian started. I'm 52 now, so the comedy bug started at 25. I want to say the day after Easter. An ex-girlfriend of mine, I would not disclose her name, stabbed me in the lung with a steak knife.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so I thought I was I thought I was dying, bro. So I can tell this story, man, because I can laugh about the shit, man. Us comics got a thing that we say, man. You find you find sorrow in your pain. Laughter. I'm sorry, laughter in your pain.
I mean that Easter ham must have been bad if she.
Shit, we didn't even get to make it to Easter, man. That bitch stabbed me before Easter.
Oh, no.
She got me the day before, man. So what happened was that man, crazy ex-girlfriend, man, just came in flipping out and shit, man. I'm not the type of dude. Even though I was a thug dude, I wasn't no abusive dude. So I didn't put my hands on women, and she knew that. So
absolutely.
she basically took advantage of me and thought I was a fucking dartboard. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, she stuck me in the lung. I go to the hospital. I don't know if you're familiar with Omaha St. Joseph Hospital.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you know the nickname of that, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, for those of y'all out there that don't know, there's a hospital. It's not a hospital no more. They actually turned it into some kind of like condominium apartments and shit, which is crazy to me. Like all the people that fucking died in there, they rolled over into a condominium and shit. But it was called Killer Joe.
Oh,
because man, we call it Killer Joe because, dude, if you went to St. Joe, especially on to the emergency room and shit, you might not come out of that bitch. So I'm in the back of the ambulance, man. My mom, the girl, I actually called my mom and told her she stabbed me. So my mom comes up, the ambulance is there, they load me up. Where I got stabbed at, I was actually right down the street from Emmanuel, but they fucking took me to Killer Joe because it was a Saturday, and all the hospitals I didn't know alternate emergency days, whatever. And I happened to fucking almost crapped up, and I get Killer Joe and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But here's the crazy part. So we get in the back of the ambulance, bro. And my mom's may she rest in peace. My mom passed away about 5 years ago. Big influence in my life. She, Christian woman, man, straight, everything was God, this, God, that. I'm talking about, man, you heard the Lord's name more than you heard your own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was one of them. And praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That she came into me like, praise the Lord. That's my mama. She was in the back of the ambulance with me, man. And I'm, she's trying to calm me down, man. And I'm like, Mom, where they taking me? And when I found out they said Killer Joe, man, Jim, let me tell you, I try to jump out the back of that motherfucker, bro. they had a strap. I'm strapped down. I'm like, let me out this motherfucker, like, mama. Hey, I'm saying every cuss word I can think of, man. Probably in Hebrew, Chinese, Canadian. I was cussing my ass off, man. And my mom. And mind you, I don't cuss in front of my mom, but man, I'm sad. I'm thinking I'm about to die. I'm lost and I'm freaking out. And I hear my mama start praying, right?
Yo.
Now, Jeremy, I don't mind the prayer, but I felt like my mom was praying for the wrong shit at that time. My mom, this is my mama, man. She was like, Lord, in the name of Jesus, touch his mouth, Lord. Touch my mouth, mama. Fuck my mouth. What about the cat?
Yeah.
Pray for this stab wound. I'm bleeding like a fucking pig out here.
Oh, that's crazy.
So this is when I knew I was gonna be a comedian, man, or aspiration. So they wheeling me into the emergency room. Now, Jeremy, I swear to God, man, I don't know where this came from. I don't know why I said this shit I'm about to tell you, but it came out of left field, and I said, "Hey, Doc, come here." So he kneeled down. They're pulling me in the gurney. And he found out my government name is George. So he asked me, George, what is, yes, George, how can I help you? I said, hey, Doc. I said, she stuck it to me, huh? He said, what? I said, she got her point across, didn't she? And he looked at me, man. He said, you all right? And I said, hell no, motherfucker, ain't all right. And for some reason, man, I get up to the room, man. They hooked me up to this fucking air ventilator, whatever, man. I'm sounding like Darth Vader and shit. I'm like, I got my uncles on the phone. Now, if I come from, my mom had 11 brothers, man. And my grandma had 2 sets of twin boys, so I got a big family. My uncles ain't no joke. They will behind me. They will. I ain't gonna tell you what they'll do, but you get the drift of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm on the phone, sounding like Darth Vader, trying to call off a hit and shit, like, please don't kill the bitch. I'm like, Luke, I'm your father. No, stop her, please. Like, please don't kill her. So man, so when I sat there, man, and I just, when you feel like you about to die, man, it's your last. You just. You do a lot of praying.
Yep.
If you're a God-fearing man, I happen to be. And I was like, God, if you let me live, and this is serious, man. I'm serious, man. I said, God, if you let me live, I want to be a comedian.
Wow.
And that's how it started, man. For me, almost dying, thinking I'm being on my deathbed, telling jokes on the way in. Oh, I skipped the part when the ambulance was bringing me in and they hit every bump in Omaha. And they were talking about sticking me with a needle. I said, hell no! You ain't sticking me with shit. You hitting all these fucking bumps. Fuck around and I mean sticking needle on your eye type shit. No.
Man, this is
good.
All because you got stabbed on a Saturday and they had to take you to Killer Joe. If you'd have been stabbed on a Friday, this is a much smoother story.
Yeah. I've been a different right. Shit, yeah. Yeah, it would. I probably would have never been a comedian. Hey, you know what? That is crazy. When I tell that story, man, and like I said, that's how. Hey, one thing about me, Jeremy, I'm not no motherfucking lying dude. I'm gonna tell you the actual facts because
absolutely,
lies is for suckers. If you gotta lie, your life is really sad. Just tell the truth. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed of who you are. And what you do. Just be who you is. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you, man, all this shit happened, man, and I thank God that, I'm still here, still breathing and able to put smiles on other people's faces, man, despite of what I went through. And this is going to sound crazy, but I wouldn't change a thing except for the size of that knife. No, no, it was actually a steak knife and shit. That was a little knife. Man, I just bought them fucking knives too. Yeah, hey, let me talk to the fellas out there. Whatever you do, don't buy your woman no knives. Don't even buy that bitch a sport. Fuck that. Sport is about points on it. Eat with your hands, mama. Pick that steak up and bite that shit. You don't need no damn man.
Butter knives. That's it. Butter knives for everybody.
So butter knives. I'm scared of them motherfuckers too. Shit. You get one of them big old heavy-handed gorilla hand hoes, man. Put that knife in you. She can force a butter knife in you.
So that's the origin story. That's awesome. So like,
yeah, that's my original.
You took that like moment or those moments and you turned it into something like where did you go from there? I mean, I guess some people, that are like, oh, I'll hit some open mics. Some people like you were handed a microphone at a car show, which is, addictive. You get a live mic. It's addictive.
Well, that's how, like I said, that's how how the original of me, wanting to be a comedian, how I actually got started, or it was I wish I could remember this dude's name, and I met this dude 20 fucking some years ago. This chick I was dating at the time, it was a friend of hers. He was from Minnesota, and he came down he was coming down doing a show down here. Back then, there was a little club down in Omaha called Jokers downtown.
Yeah.
It's no longer there no more.
Yeah, I know Jokers.
But you remember Jokers? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so the dude, he was doing a comedy down at Jokers. So she had me come meet him, and man, so he wanted to meet me because she like I told her I thought about being a comic, but I didn't know how to get started and all that. Mm-hmm. So he sat down with me, man. We sat down and had dinner, man, and he just gave me the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? He showed me how to write, how to practice, and everything, all in one session, man. All from sitting there just talking with him, man. And he said, and he looked at me and he said, "Man, I see something in you." And I know what he means by that, because I see stuff in comics, man. Actually, one of my cousins, I'm a name drop. His name is Cameron Edwards, man. Like, I see potential in him, man. Like, he seen potential in me. Like, you can sometimes look at a person and you can tell, like, you know what? It's something about that person. He got something. He got that it factor, And he told me that. He said, "Man, you got that third eye. You got what it takes to be a comedian." So he taught me how to write, and it's really I don't mind giving up a little free game. Like, one thing I tell anybody, and most young comics that come my way and ask me for advice, is practice in the mirror.
Right. Practice
in the mirror, and I tell people to practice in the mirror because you can critique yourself. I'm really big on. I don't really take a lot of people's opinions about me too much, unless it's there's two types of criticism: constructive and brutal. I'll take constructive criticism because constructive means to build, but I don't do that brutal shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You come at me with some brutal, you just sound like a fucking hater to me. So
exactly.
But if you come at me constructive, with some conviction, like, hey, I'm trying to help you out type shit, my ears is all open. You know what I'm saying? And I'm an old dog, but shit, I'm always trying to learn new tricks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, constructive criticism comes from a different place, and that's the beauty of it. I'll take it all day long.
Yeah, I take it when somebody give me constructive criticism. I believe they coming from the heart. You know what I'm saying? Because Absolutely. They really want to see you win and shit. Like I said, that brutal has come from a hateful place. Like, man, you fucking suck. It's a jingle comedy and just leave the state. Just go kill yourself.
Yeah,
that's brutal. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what? If you just do this like this, and maybe move this here and say this there, I think you might be successful. Now that's more constructive. You know what I'm saying? That's coming from a loving place instead of you ain't shit.
I love the mirror idea, and the biggest thing, you're your own worst critic. I mean, you always will be. I mean,
yes.
Be able to critique and break down and just study the tape of what you're doing is huge.
Yeah, it also helps you with your mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? Because so here's the thing about that too, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Jeremy.
No, you're good.
The thing of it is with the mirror too is you get to be your own audience. Like, you get to see what the audience see. Because when we're on stage, you can't see what the audience see. You're not sitting down there with them looking back at you. So the mirror is a time where you can actually critique yourself and be your actual audience. Man, sometimes I'll sit there, man, when I first start writing, And like I said, here's another saying. I said, I ain't conceited, I'm convinced. Man, I be in that fucking mirror, cracking the fuck up, man. I like, damn, you stupid Zilla. Like, that shit is funny as hell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, and that's how I know, you know, that's the one I want to keep, because 9 times out of 10, you know, if I'm laughing at it, somebody else probably gonna laugh at it too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But like I said, I am very, you know, I am very big on critiquing myself. You know, because when I get on stage, I want to make sure I'm putting out the best product for the people that's out there to come see me, and I'm so big on that part. And I probably piss a lot of comments up here about that shit, because I'll be telling you, like, I don't give a fuck how many shows you do. Is your quality where people come to see you? Are you wasting people's fucking time and money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the part that gets me. Like, before I even got on stage, Jeremy, the first time I got on stage, it took me 5 years before I first took the stage to do comedy. Because you know what I was doing within them 5 years? I was writing and practicing my craft. I really made sure that even before, I didn't just want to be no open mic motherfucker and just get up there and just, no, I wanted to be the best. When I got up there, I wanted to make sure that I put on the best show I could. So the only way I could do that was go to the lab, practice. You know what I'm saying? I would practice while I drive. I would practice while I be at work. I would practice, like, in my head. I would run shows in my head. Man, I didn't dream about shows in my head. I did a show with Bernie Mac before.
Yeah.
In my dream.
Who opened?
Me and that motherfucker was killing in there, motherfucker.
Who opened? You or Bernie?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Bernie, you know, hey, Bernie's still the king. He still was headlining.
Yeah. You know, I've seen your you've hopped on like Facebook Live, and you're just kind of chatting away. I mean, is that kind of like a form of your process of kind of getting the words out and just kind of seeing what sticks?
No, that's just me being me, man. I'm just a chatty patty, bro.
Gotcha.
I like to talk shit. I mean, you know, I'm just one of the type of people, man, that I just like talking to people, man. Sometimes I just get in the mood and I just want to express how I feel at that time. I'm doing less and less of that now, man, because I used to go to Facebook jail. Man. I'm actually an ex-Facebook felon. I'm like the Jeffrey Dahmer of Facebook and shit. Hey, I'll go to Facebook jail one more time, man. They're gonna give me life, man. I swear they're gonna give me the chair, and I'm not gonna electrocute my black ass.
Wow.
I'm telling you. But no, I've calmed down a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I had to really chill out on a lot of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Facebook can get you in a lot of trouble, man, and a lot of times they're not a good place to go when you're not in the right mood.
Yep.
Because hey, the world is waiting for you to say some shit and they want to see it. You know what I'm saying? And I actually got caught up in that world a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where, you know, I was just giving them a little bit too much of me that a lot of people didn't need to see or hear about. You know what I'm saying? You know, or you know, me venting or whatever, man. And you know, my name is Zilla the Monster of Comedy. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of motherfuckers were taking that monster and me as being a monster, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I had to calm that shit down, man, and you know, yeah, man, I you know, because man, I've dealt with a lot of cool people, man, you know, here, and you know, it's really important to keep, you know, relationships, you know, in place, you know what I'm saying? I've had disagreements with people, man. Some people, man, I can, you know, we can get back and be cool. And some people are like, hey, keep it moving, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That's life, though. You're always going to have disagreements with people. It just is how you respond, you know, when those moments come up. But so you, five years preparing in the lab, getting ready, and then you hit the stage. Would you say you were pretty close to an act by the time you hit the stage for the first time then?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? The very first show I did, I actually was called to be the host and do a 10-minute set.
Wow.
For a very famous blues singer here from Omaha named Vernon Garrett Sr. And he was getting ready to retire for doing blues and shit. And I guess he's getting ready to do, I don't know if he's getting ready to do gospel or something, but he was doing his last show. And so his grandson, which was he was a band member. My brother played in the band, and it was his grandson. So he asked me to host the show and do 10 minutes. So I'm laughing because I remember that night, man. It was cool, man. I started hosting and shit, and this is a blues singer, what I'm saying, and this is the older crowd.
Yeah.
And I'm coming out there with Def Jam. And hey man, I'm going in and the dude that was putting on the show, one of his kids happened on the wildest. So we was at a hotel and his kid ended up popping up in the audience, and I said some shit about Barney, and I'm like, man, fuck Barney. And I heard the kid say, no, not Barney. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? It's a kid in there.
Not Barney.
Yeah, man. I was like, this shit's crazy, man. And then I remember when I was going outside during an intermission or something, and an older lady and her husband walked by. She's like, I was just appalled. And I'm like, damn. I said, she was appalled. And then I started laughing. I said, well, I must have did my job. Piss somebody off and shit. So,
wow. So what did you take from it? First show, you're doing 10 minutes, the wrong audience. What did you take from it?
Man, it was exuberating. Yeah. It was exuberating. I took out of that is, okay, I busted my cherry, and I was like, now I'm ready to do this shit again and again and again.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It motivated me to keep doing it. Now, the thing about it is, back when I was doing it, we didn't have social media and all that shit. So, and, so I didn't really know how to really book and all that shit and get around and all that. Like, it's easy today. Like, these motherfuckers got it easy now, bro. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I started 20 years ago. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Almost 25 years ago, yeah. I say 25 because I started writing. I figured from the day I started writing, and I told myself I was going to be a comedian, and I took 5 years to actually hone my craft. Like, I felt like I was Batman. You remember when Bruce Wayne had to go get trained and shit? I was doing my Bruce Wayne shit. And then I popped up, bitch, here comes Batman. All right. Except for Jeremy, but shit been a little different. If a black dude came out as Batman, they gonna shoot that motherfucker on the first night.
Yeah.
That comic book, I had one comic book, and that'll be the beginning and ending of Black Batman.
Yeah, he's not partnering with the police if he's black.
Hell no,
sure.
He gets smoked the first night. First of all, they gonna think he on crack and shit. Oh shit, he's on PCP and stuff. He's dressed up like a black bat. Shoot that fucker.
Commissioner Gordon. Commissioner Gordon's take care of that problem right away.
Man, I'm sorry, bro. So yeah, so that's how I felt, man. I felt like I paid my dues, man, and really put in the work, man. And I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think some people fear me being on their shows, man, because they know I'm gonna bring it, man. I ain't being cocky or arrogant, but I ain't never got on the stage and don't feel like I can't own that bitch.
Don't you think there's something to that some people just don't want to go up after full on energy? And
yeah, I don't give a fuck who I come up after, man. I can go first, last, middle, headline. I've done it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The thing of it is, Jeremy, is people worry about other shit that they shouldn't worry about. Worry about your own stuff. Like, I don't think about other comics. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan. Like, I sit and watch other comics, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when it's my time to go up, I do my thing, and then I sit down and watch. If I'm there at the show. And, I don't try to compare notes. I don't try to be like, oh, I'm better than him or he's better than me. Right. No, when I get up there, my whole focus is me and the audience. I don't give a fuck about nothing else, man.
100%.
I really don't. Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of comics, they worry about the wrong shit, man. And then you can see it in their work. Man, you know what I'm saying? You can tell when somebody ain't really on their shit, man, because it resonates. Because you can hear it when they on stage, man. When I grab that microphone, man, I feel like I just grabbed Excalibur or some shit. Or what was He-Man's? He-Man by the power of grace, so he grabbed that sword and shit. I feel like I grab a power, man. Like it's a power when I grab that microphone, man. And that's when Zilla resonate, man. That's when when I get on that stage, man. I feel like I'm about to bust in that down there, man. I love that shit. I do.
So were you Zilla, the monster of comedy, the second you got on stage, or where'd that name come from? Like, when did that start?
No, man. Actually, when I first started off, man, my name was King George. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I had did a show here in Omaha. It was a little club down here called Seville, and this was like my. This is actually my third show. Actually, the third time I got on stage and the dude wanted me to host his show. I didn't want to do it at first because I was tired. And I know when I get tired, I get grouchy. And I was working at a daycare with kids, so you know I was really grouchy. Could have killed all the little fuckers. And I was just,
Yeah.
uh, I'm just kidding, y'all.
That's
But
awesome.
he wanted me to host a show, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm a name drop. I believe it was Cool Bub Ice, my guy. I didn't know Cool Bub Ice like that, but I've done a couple of shows with him. Very funny dude out of New Jersey, funny as fuck. Can do all kind of impressions and shit. Oh, he's hella funny. But I was hosting the show for him that night, and they was giving me free shots of Hennessy, man. And I call Hennessy he say, because whatever he say go that night, and he
Yeah.
say so. This dude, I'm getting fucked up, and I don't even drink no more because of this shit, man. Real talk. This is the reason why I stopped really drinking. Like, I might have an occasional drink, but I don't really drink like that no more, man, because it is very instant. So I'm getting more fucked up. I'm hosting, and this dude, and I knew this dude, man. He in the back, and he started heckling the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, motherfucker, shut up. You know, I'm like, and mind you, now I told you I used to be gangster, right?
Yeah.
So this comedy shit is new to me, so I'm still a little green. So I almost forgot about being a comic, man. And the Hennessy or he say start kicking in. And before I know it, man, I walk back to that motherfucker's table and I'm about to turn this motherfucker up. I'm about to tear the club up, man. I'm telling you, I'm about to go in. Thank God my sister was there. And, you know, she ain't no better because once I start going, she's like a pit bull. She gonna be right with me. We fucking everything. We gonna be tag teaming that whole fucking play. But but she kind of calmed me down. I actually caught my composure. I didn't flip out or nothing, man. But you know, I kind of told dude like, man, you need to shut the fuck up, man, before I'm fucking you up, you know, type shit.
Yeah.
And I remember I finished out the show, got back on stage, finished out the show, had a good time after that. It was a this I wish I knew this chick name, but she was featuring for Cool Bub Eyes, and she came out. She came up to me after the show. She said, "Can I holler at you for a minute?" I'm like, yeah. She said, "You know what? You funny as hell." I'm like, "Thank you." She said, "Yeah, you can go. You know, you can go real far." But she said, "But you know when a woman say, but you about to get it right."
Yeah.
But you gotta keep that temper in check, man. And
Oh yeah.
and she told me two ways to do it. She said, you know, when people heckle you, she said either you ignore them or you fuck them up, talk shit, and keep it moving. You know, and I took that to heart, man. Like I really felt low as fuck after that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, because you know, because here I am trying to start out being a comedian, but you know, the I didn't let the professionalism, I let somebody get to me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn to get thick skin. So after that, man, I actually took 2 years off. I
Wow.
didn't want to do no comedy. You know, and one of my homeboys hit me one day, like, man, you still doing comedy? Like, what you doing, man? I'm like, man, fuck that, man. I'm like, I ain't ready, man. I said, I'll fuck around and kill somebody on stage and shit. He like, he like, come on, man. You gotta get, you gotta get back to your shit. And I'm like, man, you know what? You right. I didn't come this far just, just to give up on the shit. So I was like, man, I need to reinvent myself. I need to reinvent myself. You know, I'm thinking about my name. I'm like, no, I ain't doing that King George shit. That's so cliche.
Mhm.
You know, everybody named George want to be King George. I'm like, So I was sitting there thinking, and I've always been a Godzilla fan, man. I've always been, man, from the time I first seen my first Godzilla movies in the early '70s until this last movie they just made, which I watched 4 fucking times already. I'm like, man, you watching it again? I watched it again. They didn't even want to watch. I'm like, shit, move. Shit, guys, alone. Get him, kid, home. You just, man. So I was sitting there on my couch one day and I was going over names. And I was like, George. I said, oh, shit, George Zilla. I said, you know what? That fits me perfect because I was thinking about that night. I said, you know what? What does Godzilla do? Godzilla shows up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whoops the monster ass, fuck up the stage, and leave, right? That's gonna be my new motto. I'm Zilla. I'm coming to Tokyo, which is the stage. Cause it's always Tokyo. They always fuck up for
Oh,
Tokyo.
yeah, Tokyo's never been the same.
I don't know. I don't even know how they recover, man. They should still have buildings fucked up from them fights and shit.
They're stubborn. They keep rebuilding every time. It's
Yeah.
just the
I know
same
we can
shit
put it back
happens.
up. Yeah, they just put the shit back up probably like 3 days and shit. They have a
Yeah.
new fucking skyscraper up and shit. Cause they so cool. Like it's probably technical. They just hit one button. Motherfuckers, just a building with lights and shit and neon just pop up. But yeah, man, I took that I took his persona, man, and like, you know what, I like that because that's what he do. So the stage is my Tokyo, the audience is actually my monsters, and when I blow that smoke, that's my jokes, and I'm defeating the monsters by telling the jokes, and the laughing is defeating them, and then once I do my thing and I bust everybody's gut, I leave off the stage and head back to Monster Island.
I love it.
That's my shit right there, man.
So I love it. So you became Zilla the Monster of Comedy. How long until you like hooked up with Terrence and Lavetti for the Three Comic Mafia?
Actually, man, that was last year. Actually,
So that was all new.
Yeah, that was all new. All that, man, we had such a good run.
Yeah.
Hey, and man, first and foremost, I want to say that I love Terrence DeWitt and I love Lavetti, man. They're my guys, man. Me and Lavetti, we had a little slight, a little slight disagreement, fall out like brothers do, man. But when you got love and respect for each other, man, and a real love and respect for each other, you can overcome all problems.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And we've done that, man. As a matter of fact, I talked with him earlier today, man. He's a very man. He's gonna be a monster out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he got his will. I've been in the game way longer than all these guys, man. But Lavetti only been doing it for, I want to say, at least maybe 5 years now.
Yeah, his drive to just move
drive is
forward.
incredible, man. Hey, the way that dude moved, man, like, I be forgetting that I'm a veteran. Can I talk to him, man? Because Lavetti, he's technical. He's very smart, man. You know what I'm saying? And he really pays attention to details on everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So I love that about him, man. You know, he be on it. And then Terrence is like, Terrence just cool.
Yeah.
That's all. Hey, if you had to describe Terrence in one word, just cool. He's just so fucking cool, man. He always stays in the middle of shit. He ain't taking sides on shit. Terrence stay in the middle, and he's always the equalizer. You know what I'm saying?
He seems very like laid back, right?
He's very laid back, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I always talk shit about like Terrence. I say, you the only white dude I know with a black dude's name. But he is so fucking cool, man. I got so much love and admiration for them dudes, man. So yeah, we came up with comedy. The Betty came, me and Terrence, and so you went form this, Three Comic Mafia, man, and shit, we went out last year, man. I think we did almost 8 shows together last year.
Yeah, all over the Midwest.
Yeah, man, we was getting it, man. We motherfuckers, and I don't even like to fly on planes, man. They got me up on my second ride on the plane. You know what I'm saying? 50-something years, man. It took me, man. Let me give a shout out to Tyrese, Top Flight, man, out of Philadelphia. He's the first dude to ever get me on the plane. Got me to fly to Tucson to do a show, man. Cause I don't do fucking planes, but I'm getting on them now. I've been hopping on them now, like, But yeah, man, man, we traveled together, man, and I was just telling them today when I was on the phone. I said, man, I miss none of the rides we be taking, man, because we have like some of the deepest, coolest conversations, man. We and we talk a lot of comedy. When we talk nothing but comedy, how to get better, strategize this, how to do shows, just it's mainly comedy based, man, and I love that about them cats, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. We ain't all about all the other bullshit. We about handling, business.
It's the camaraderie in those conversations when you're not on stage, man. That's like what athletes say all the time. They're like the locker room when I'm with the boys. Yeah. Like that's what I miss, man. And it's the same thing. You're in the car, you're driving, you're getting ready for shows or you're leaving shows, and it's just that bond that no one else has because you're the only ones that were on stage that night. Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. I want to make a real quick shout out to my comedy. I got a comedy group called First String Comics. So I want to shout out to my comedy family. First and foremost, Cameron Edwards. Man, he's gonna be the next big thing coming out here out of Omaha, man. I promise you. Cameron Edwards, y'all remember that name? He also got some music out there too. So y'all go to sort of Spotify and all the whatever the music aspects and check out Booty Swang. That's the name of it too. It's called Booty Swang.
All right, yo, I'm gonna check it out. Cameron
Yeah,
Edwards.
man.
Yeah.
It's dope. Yeah, man. He's a cool person that you know might want to talk to in the future, man. Real talk. And my guy Beezy Panero, man. Beezy is like the quiet assassin. He like you ever seen them old mafia movies, man, where that is always that one hit man. He be real quiet in the back, sitting always waiting.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is say one word, and he be ready to do whatever.
Oh, he'll do anything.
That's Beezy. Yeah, I call Beezy. Beezy like the comedy hit man. He sit back quiet. Are you like Beezy? We got a show on. All right, just give me the time and place. Let's do it. And that'd be it, man. So, man, I want to shout out to my brothers, man. My brother Sherman Wells. He's more of a he's taking care more of the city right now, man. So he's on a bigger picture, man. But I gotta give him a shout out because my guy Sherman Wells, I love what he's doing out here, man. Keeping our community accountable, all these actions that need to be taking place. So I love him for that. So shout out to my guy Sherman Wells, you know. But yeah, that's my comedy family right there, man. You know what I'm saying, man. But yeah, man. I try to work with a little bit of anybody and everybody, man. I've been hooking up with lately, like with a lot of Kansas City cats lately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen you've been doing some shows, you know, down in Kansas City. Look, what's I guess what prompted that?
Honestly, man, shit, Levin. You know what I'm saying? Levin had a plug, man. He hit this up, man. We went down and did some shows, man, and you know, shit, he can point us to the water, so it's you know, it's up to us to go down and drink it and do what we do with it. You know what I'm saying? So once I get down and grab that microphone, you know, it's up to me to prove my worth. And after that, you know, you get to make friends and start, you know, hooking up with people, and next you know, they booking you for shows here and there, and it's a beautiful thing, man.
Wow,
I always let my work do its talking.
The Kansas City market, a solid one. Is this, you know, something you see yourself getting more deep into?
You know, I don't know as far as maybe Marco. I mean, you know what? Man, I never really thought about that. I'm just, man, right now, man, to be honest with you, man, I'm just having fun, man, to just go where the love is, man. Yeah. You know, Kansas City dude fucking with me a lot, man. You know, a couple cats down there that really mess with me down there. So yeah, I can see myself. Yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. Awesome. You know, collab pretty much anywhere, man. Like I love Colorado. I've done a couple shows up in Colorado Springs. Shout out to the promoter out there, Javon Crump. He always had me up there, you know what I'm saying? You know, Iowa, you know, Des Moines, and do those, you know, stuff down there, you know, supposed to be going down to St. Louis in June.
Oh.
But I was going to go down to June back in January. Shout out to the rap group Get Right. I was supposed to do some shows with them. It's just some things on the end didn't work down there. They had nothing to do with me, but I will be working with them real soon. Actually, I heard it's coming up here in Omaha, so I can't wait to see my guys. So yeah, I'll collaborate with anybody, man. You know, I'll go just about anywhere. I do have to be compensated a little bit. I ain't no greedy motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I do. I never. Hey man, I need this amount of money. You know, I always tell people, you know, bless me what you can, but I do got a number that I kind of start off with a little bit, and then we can play with it. But
right,
shit, I've done free shows for people, man. I've done shows for a little bit of nothing. I've done shows, you know, the money was right, so. It all depends on how I feel and the cause and who I deal with, but for the most part, I'm always ready to go.
Oh, I love it. So let's talk about like your process a little bit, like joke writing. Is it all like from experience, like real life experience, or are you constantly writing, or are you just at this point you're just kind of fine tuning the material as is?
No, I still write, but most of my jokes are, um, like you said, is mainly my experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I talk a lot about my, especially since I done got older now. The shit's more funny now.
Yeah.
Cause I can talk about myself and have a good time, and there's people in the audience that can relate. And relationships, that's always funny. And you throw a little sex and porn in there. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good time.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I talk about, my balls hanging since I done got older, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I just talk about real life shit, man, and stuff. Sometimes I talk about shit like I noticed that my comedy changed from when I first started to now. Like most of my comedy now, like I said, is more related to more of what, more about my aspect of life, what I'm going through type shit, you know what I'm saying? Or one thing I try to do now, I'm more conscious about writing. I try to write more relatable to everybody, so it doesn't matter what demographic audience I have. I should be able to relate to anybody, and like say for example, like I can go to an all black crowd and say my material, they get it. I can go to an all white crowd, say my material, they'll get it. I can go mixed crowd and they mix, say my material, they're gonna get it because I make sure that I write that's relatable to everybody in the audience. I don't try to write to like, all right, because I'm a brother, man, I'm just gonna write brother jokes, I'm just gonna be no, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or or all right, I know I'm gonna be in a little town and they ain't got no brothers there, you know what I'm saying? So I know what jokes not to say and what not, you got to know your demographic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the jokes I write, I don't have to really change nothing around or nothing because I try to keep it to where it's neutral.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't try to go out there and try to offend nobody or nothing like that, man. Now don't get me wrong, I could be a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I try to keep it neutral so everybody can be enjoying, and I want people to be in the audience comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm a firm believer that your material should be able to entertain everybody, but depending on the audience, I mean, certain jokes are going to hit harder for sure, right? Yeah, I mean, that's just how it works.
Oh, most definitely. You know what, man? Most definitely. Like now, man, me and Terrence and the Betty, man, we done been to these little spots in Iowa, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And cause I always have people like, man, ain't you scared to go to the little spots, man? Like you gonna be like the only brother. Y'all probably gonna be the two only brothers there. I said, what the fuck? I'm gonna be scared. I'm just doing comedy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. When I leave there, man, people hugging us, want to jump at pictures and shit.
Yeah.
What's your Instagram? What's your Facebook? You know what I'm saying? Come home and fuck my wife. No, have kids with us. No, but I just go there, man, just try to have fun. But I do surveillance the crowd, man, and there are certain jokes that I know, like, you know what, I can really use this one tonight on this crowd because this fits the demographic of where they really can get it. Like I got a Bigfoot joke I talk about, but I only use it, when I deal with certain crowds.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know they're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna never come to like a little town and be talking about, hey, remember Pookie on Ray Ray on 24th Street? Like, who the fuck is Pookie and Ray Ray? I don't even know what 24th Street is. So we ain't even got no streets. We got roads, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I always tell comics, especially young ones, man. If you ask me my advice, the one thing I'm gonna tell them is make sure that you're relatable because that's who you're talking to, the audience. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go over their heads and they be sitting there. Have you ever, and I'm pretty sure we all experience, you sit there and listen, especially open mic nights or something. You ever sit there and listen to a motherfucker talk about some shit, and you're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Oh, yeah.
And you be thinking like, man, I should have just watched some paint dry.
Yo. And they think it's so smart. Like, their joke is so smart. I'm like, you can't tell jokes that are over the audience's head. That's just not how it works.
Right. I'm like, what do you think you was, Dennis Miller, motherfucker?
Yeah.
All right, Dennis Miller, he was hard to catch on, but I understood him, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
But but he was one of them dudes that like, man, make you think about something. Oh, okay, I get it now. I'm like, fuck, can you dumb it down for me? But that was Comedy Genius back then, man. Like I said, I'm old school. Man. I'll be the next more people. Right now, somebody gonna listen to this like Dennis Miller. Who is he?
Yeah, he was a former announcer on Monday Night Football. That's who he was.
Right, right. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, it is good. That's just nuts that he even did that gig.
Bro. Oh wow.
Oh, so
man, now that's gonna be Jeopardy.
So like, where are we gonna see you soon? Like, where do you got some shows booked? I know you do. So like, where can we see you?
So as of right now, most of my shows, the two. Well, I just talked with a guy up in Lincoln. Named Manuel. He owns a soul food restaurant up there, and we're supposed to be doing a show up there, if I'm not mistaken, the 25th of next month. That's gonna be my closest one here. But on the 10th, I'm gonna be down in KC at the Legends, down the Legends. So those are the two that I got coming up.
May 10th, Kansas City. May 25th, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yep. And then I got let me see. I know I got St. Louis. I think that's the end of June, I believe. That's June 29th. And this is gonna be stuff here and there in between. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting back up and running again because I got to a little fender bender, man. So I did one show in Kansas City, man, and that was like a couple of weeks ago. And so I'm just trying to really get back on traction, get back on my feet good, man, because that actually took a lot out of me.
Folks, the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation is near and dear to me. As some of you know, I live every day with that Crohn's disease, and it's a challenge. I'm going to be honest with you. It is a challenge, but it's not just a challenge for me. It's also a challenge for those near and dear to me as they have to deal. I mean, they honestly, they're the ones having to hear me complain, right? Or see me suffer or see me go through a lot of the physical parts, or, have to do things because I physically am just not up for the task that day. But the Take Steps walk put on by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation called Take Steps, it's a fundraiser for awareness to help support not just those who are living every day with Crohn's and Colitis disease, but also for those caregivers. Join us. We've started a team. The Laugh With Me podcast, we've started a walk team. The Omaha, Nebraska walk is June 15th in Papillion, Nebraska at Werner Park. The event starts at 9 a.m. You can find us if you go to the Crohn's Colitis Foundation.org website. You can find the Omaha Take Steps and sign up to walk. You can donate or just help share to raise awareness for the cause. But please join us June 15th, the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation's largest, most impactful fundraising event for Take Steps. We come together as a dedicated community of supporters to walk and raise funds for those living with IBD or inflammatory bowel disease. Funds raised through Take Steps help to accelerate research, advance treatments, and provide education and support programs to improve quality of life for those living with IBD. Man, together we can make change, and we can help solve this thing, and hopefully put some folks into remission and get a cure for Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. But I appreciate your support. You can find the Laugh With Me podcast team on the website. Now back to the show. You put out a post, and it was a picture of you in the sky over the highway, and you were, you're open for business. Bookers, let's get shows going, and it looked like a memorial. I thought you were dead. I know Lavetti thought the same thing. I saw it. I was like, I just booked this guy, and he's dead. And I was going to have to do a memorial show. Like, I was rolling it all through my head. What's up with that? How?
Okay, hey, you know what? When I see this comments, man, I couldn't do nothing but laugh, man. Then I look at the picture, I said, "Fuck, it do look like a." So I'm in this. There's this group called Classmates. So and so every year, this guy he puts up these pictures and stuff for your birthday, and he has these different portraits and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that looks wonderful. I didn't think about the memorial, so I just thought it was so colorful. And oh, this look kind of dope. So I used that as a picture and shit. And because you do it every year for your birthday, and I just had a birthday. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna put up this picture. Of all pictures, I put that up. And then when I see Betty's comment about the look like a obituary, like I thought you was dead, dude. So I'm like, huh?
It's true. I thought the same thing. It is a beautiful picture. It would look great over a casket, and it's one of those pictures. I think when you put it out there, it's something that is posted years after you died, and it's like Zilla would have been 65 today. That's what it looks like. It's a beautiful picture, though.
Shit.
I love that you used it.
I'll never put that motherfucker back out ever again, man. I swear. Hey, I'll just keep that in my phone because that shit, oh my God. Hey, when I seen that shit, and I was going to take it out, so I'm just going to leave it up for shits and giggles.
Absolutely. Man, Engagement's good, right? That helps the social game. Yeah, I love that.
It does, man. That shit was funny as hell. I said, what the hell? I said, I'm dead. Oh, wow, that is crazy as fuck.
I was happy. I was so thankful when you posted after that. And I'm like, all right, he's alive. We're going to do this show.
Thank you, Jared. Hey, man, thank you, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
It was funny, too, because the first thing I wanted to do was DM you and be like, are you okay? Because I thought you were dead. But then I thought, well, if he's dead, he's not going to answer back. So I'm wasting my time.
What about DM? Nope, I'm dead.
Yeah. I'm wasting my time. Oh man! All right, we're gonna play a game, and this is gonna be fun. This is a new game. It has been built specifically for you. It's called Zilla mentality. You've heard of the Mamba mentality, like Kobe Bryant.
Yes, sir.
This is the Zilla mentality. So I'm gonna give. I got 4 different words. I'm gonna give you a word. You're gonna give me the honest truth. You can talk about it for 2 seconds. You can talk about it for 10 minutes. I don't care. You're going to give us the honest truth, the only way Zilla the Monster Comedy can, and tell us what this word means to you. And yeah, it should be fun. So Zilla mentality, first word, inspiration.
Inspiration, my mother. Always pulling for everybody. Always wanted the best for everybody. Whether you're doing good or bad, she still wanted you to win. Just always was just an inspiration, man. It was my mama, man.
Love it.
Yep, I'm leaving with that one.
Yeah, she's proud of you. You know she is. Okay, next word. Headliner.
Me.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. And you've headlined some shows, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Matter of fact, I started off headlining shows, which was crazy. I mean, except for show I started hosting, but yeah, I headline. The headliner, man, is just like, I do a lot of featuring too. When I go out of town and stuff, which I don't mind. I don't mind what place I get in, but when you're at the headlining spot, you Michael Jackson that night.
Oh, 100%. How many minutes you got? How many minutes are you working with right now?
Man, you know what I can do? I've actually done almost an hour before.
Okay.
The very first time I came out of Zilla, I almost did an hour. Preferably now, I do anywhere from 25 to 35, 45 minutes. I can do as long as I want.
Right.
Honestly, it just depends on how long they want me to do. But I'm good for 45 all day. I mean, I got so much material I can do as long as I don't have a fucking brain freeze or a fart, I can go as long as I want.
So you tell a lot of like stories, right? Like a lot of your jokes, you're telling stories, right?
Oh, kind of, yeah. Most part, it's not even really. I guess you could kind of say kind of storytelling. I don't linger too long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you never want to drag a story out too long.
No.
And I learned to also tie one. As I leave one material, I try to slide into my next material off that one material.
Yeah. Storytelling comics some of my favorites just because it you just don't know where it's going because you didn't live the story, but the comic did, and
Yeah.
they take you for a ride. I love that stuff.
Oh yeah, you gotta put a little bit of story. See, my thing is, the thing is, when you're talking, your words is creating a vision in the person's head.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you're saying, they're trying to visualize what you're speaking out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be as clear as day and give them a visual so they know, like, oh, okay, I can see. Like when I say, when I say my dick and balls leave me and sit on the couch, I want that person to actually visual a dick and balls actually just walking off, going sitting on the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's the example.
I couldn't think of nothing else, man. But I was like, well, because it's one of my jokes, and I do say that shit. And I'm like, and I look at the audience, I'm like, shit, just because your dick and balls don't talk to you back, that's mine's do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's special. That's
awesome.
awesome.
I'm a different type of dude.
Okay, next word. We're playing Zilla mentality. The next word is enemy.
Myself.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna explain that. I don't really have too many enemies out here because I don't feel like nobody's that worthy enough to be an enemy of mine to where I'm spending that much energy to where I want to fuck you up that bad. Mm-hmm. So I don't really have no enemies. As a matter of fact, I pray that I don't have enemies every day. The true fact, when I'm driving my kids to school, they get in the car, I say a prayer, and I always end the prayer with, Lord, if I have any enemies, let me not have no enemies no more. I pray that every day. So my worst enemy is myself because I'm the only one that can tear me down. If I don't do something to catapult myself to a certain standard, it's my fault. I can't blame nobody. I can't blame the baby. I can't blame Terrence. I can't blame you. I can't blame my wife. I can't blame my kids. You can only blame yourself for your own actions if you don't act on something that you can take control of. So yeah, I feel like that I'm my worst enemy if I'm not applying myself.
I love it. I feel the same way. I'm my worst enemy most of the time. I mean, because once you start blaming other people, you've lost it. I mean, you just
yeah. And it just takes too much energy, man, to have it. Now, do I have there's people I might not like, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I don't have no enemies out here, man. If I do, shit, they can tell me about it so we can square up. We'll dust their ass off real quick.
Yep. All right,
I'm gonna win.
Last word is future.
Oh man, future. Hopefully bright.
Yep.
I just want to expand this comedy game. I wouldn't mind, going to another level. I want to be in arenas. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to do big shows in arenas, you know what I'm saying? So I don't mind doing these shows here and there, man, these little spots and shit, but I want to be out. I want to be able to sell out an arena one day.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where my future's there, man.
I love it.
And I want to at least live into my 90s. Then I know how to full life.
You said you're 52, so yeah, you're halfway there. You'll get there.
I hope so, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give myself all these damn blood pressure pills. I better stay alive. Shit. I take so many blood pressure pills now I feel like I'm gonna overdose one day, man. Fuck.
Does it just keep you mellow for the most part? Or do you feel any change?
The marijuana keep me mellow. No, I feel a little bit of change, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling a lot more healthier, man, and I've been trying to watch what I eat now a lot lately, man. I've been trying to really think a little bit more self-conscious and I'm doing a lot better. I ain't saying I'm there yet. I ain't vegan and shit. I'll fuck a pork chop up in a minute. But no, I'm just trying to be self-conscious a little bit more and just be a little bit more aware. Because like I said, I'm 52, man. I got 5 kids. I got a fucking 10-year-old, man. I got to be around for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got a whole basketball team, 5 kids.
Man, hey, man, I got 3 boys and 2 girls, man. And my boys, man, I got a 16-year-old and 13-year-old son, and then my 10-year-old. And dude, I got these fucking trees walking around here. Like I'm 6'4", man. My 15-year-old is he's 16. My 16-year-old is is looking like right in my eyes right now, bro. Like he's like, and they're all gonna probably pass me up.
Wow.
So I got some football, basketball players in future. Yeah. My girl's a shit talker though, but
my son's 5'6". I'm 5'11". He is blocking my shot now.
oh snap!
It's embarrassing for me. I mean, it's embarrassing. My game's got to get better.
Yeah, I don't even shoot with my kids no more, man. For one, my body won't and I hate it, man, because I used to hoop my ass off.
Yeah.
So I used to love playing basketball. I ain't gonna say I was the greatest, but I used to love the hoop. And now that my son is in the basketball, man, and now he dunking and shit now, like, oh. I'm not going out there with him, man. I'll watch him play, because he ain't going to be dunking on me, man.
Yeah.
I'll fuck around punching him in his nuts and shit, like,
You're not about to have that video out in the world of you getting dunked on.
I'll Draymond Green his ass. You ain't come up here dunking on your daddy, motherfucker. Don't you do me. I'll watch you. Awesome. I'll sit back and wait, and I'll just wait for his NBA contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, Zilla, the Monster Comedy, May 10th, Kansas City, Missouri, May 25th, Lincoln, Nebraska. If you follow us on the socials, you're going to see when and where we're going to promote the shows. Shoot, man, if you out and about in Omaha and Lincoln shows or anything, I'll keep your eyes out on some shows and see if I can meet you in person. That'd be awesome.
Now you out in you in Lincoln, right?
No, I'm close. I'm in Gretna, so I'm not too far from Lincoln. Yeah.
You're in the middle. You between us and them, all right?
Yep. I sit in the middle.
So we the balls and you the dick, huh?
Yeah.
I'm a comedian.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Man, you an awesome dude, man. Hey, man, we definitely got to sit down in person, man, and talk, man, and shoot it up, bro.
100%.
Because I heard you out here doing your thing too. So I would love to hopefully be able to do a show with you in the near future, man.
Oh, we will. We'll hook up and we'll have you on the show again. This has been a lot of fun, man.
I'm talking about on that stage. I heard you do the stage thing. Man.
I do. I need to get up more, but I've been so focused on the podcast. But yeah, I've
we gotta do a show together, man. Shit, man. I'm gonna tell Betty, like, man, let's get Jeremy, man, me, you, Terry, man, go clown and shit, do tears on my stage at one time, you know?
Let's do it. That would be awesome. No, I'm totally down.
Yeah. For sure.
That'd be awesome. Well, cool. All right. Well, thank you, sir. I'm gonna go and produce this baby. It's gonna release at midnight tonight, so it'll be out tomorrow.
Oh, dope, man. Sweet. Jeremy, thank you for having me, man.
Hey.
I sure appreciate you, man. And thank you for allow me to talk and tell my story, man. God bless you on that, man.
Hey,
and, I wish
anytime.
I wish nothing but the best for you.